Lesson 1.1b, Numerical Expressions. This is otherwise known as order of operations. And in the box, it tells us steps that you go by for the order of operations. So, order of operations, you probably have seen this as the word PEMDAS. Does that ring any bells? No? Okay. Well, we're going to talk about it as PEMDAS. So, PEMDAS is like number 1. Evaluate the expressions inside grouping symbols. So, P stands for do inside parentheses first. Step 2, it says evaluate all powers. So with PEMDAS, it's E, anything with exponents. Third, multiply and divide in order from left to right. So I need you to know that multiplication and division are of equal importance. If division comes first from left to right, you do it. It's not go back, do all the multiply, then go back and do all the divide. It's any multiplication or division from left to right. And then finally you go through the problem, add or subtract in order from left to right. So, PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you can remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, you will remember order of operations. You do parentheses first, exponents, anything to a power second, multiplication and division from left to right, addition and subtraction from left to right. Now there are a couple of examples, and I'll just show you the things that we're referring to. If you notice, in this evaluate example 1, it's got 10 minus 2 in parentheses minus 4 times 2. Well, they do the parentheses first because they go to 8. Then they go to multiplication because they get another 8. So they do them in order from PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. If I look at the second example, well, there's a parentheses, 1 plus 5. So they go ahead and do that and they get 6. They go ahead and do the exponent because there's an exponent, 6 squared. That's why they get 36. If you look 8 plus 36 divided by 4, well, there's a division. Division has to happen first. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. And then finally, 8 plus 9 is 17. So what you're going to do today is you're going to write the problems that are written, and with each step, you're going to do one step at a time and write that row with that operation completed. So let me do an example for you. So again, I'm going to write this up here so that I have it close by. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So and I'm going to do number 1. In parentheses, 1 plus 7 times 3. So you just start going through the first thing. P, parentheses. Yeah, I've got something in parentheses, so I've got to do 1 plus 7. That's 8 times 3. I don't have any exponents. I do have a multiplication now, so 8 times 3, my final answer would be 24. So before we get to some of them more difficult, would anybody like to try number 3? Okay. It's Caden, right? Caden. Yep. Which operation am I going to do first, Caden? Okay. It's PEMDAS. Is there any parentheses?
No.
Is there any exponents?
No.
Are there any multiplications and divisions? Yes, you got to do multiplication and division first. So 4 times 3. So you would write 5 plus, what's 4 times 3? 12. And then finally 5 plus 12, 17. Just don't go in order from left to right. You've got to do PEMDAS. Okay, number 5. 35 divided by 7 times 2. These parentheses right here are not the same as this parenthesis. In 7 parenthesis 2, that's just multiplication. So what operation am I going to do first on number 5, Emily? I'm going to divide because I've got a division first. So what's 35 divided by 7? Emily, what's 35 divided by 7? $35 divided by 7. How many times does 7 go into 30?
That's 5.
5. And then 5 times 2. 10. Okay, we're going to skip ahead. I'd like to look at number 9. I'd like to look at number 9. Are there any parentheses in number 9? No. Are there any exponents in number 9? Sure are. So this is what you would do in this case. 2 times 8 minus 3 to the second power. What is that? 9 plus 2. Now, do I have any multiplications or divisions?
No.
Yes. 2 times 8, 16 minus 9 plus 2. Do you see how each row I do one more thing? What's my next step? What's my next step, Liam?
9 plus 2, which is 11.
Nope. Addition and subtraction from left to right. Addition and subtraction from left to right.
You subtract 16 minus
16 minus 9 is 7 plus 2. And we're ready for the final answer. What do we got? Macy, what's the final answer? 9. Okay, I want to do one more. Number 11. And because of the time, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. We're just about out of time. So I follow PEMDAS, I look for parentheses, and I do have something in parentheses. So I would write the rest of this problem. And 9 minus 8 is 1. I have an exponent. So 3 times 6 minus 1 to the third power is 1. Multiplications and divisions, I've got 1. 3 times 6, 18 minus 1. And then finally 18 minus 1, 17. Questions? Liam.
Isn't there a little number by the 9 minus 8 in parentheses?
Yeah, that's a 3. So I took 1 to the third power.